Hey guys, in today's video, I want to talk with you about how to become more confident as a photographer. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Heather and I'm from thebookedphotographer.com. Every single Tuesday, I put out videos like this for photographers like you. So if you are brand new in the industry or if you've been around for a while and you want to become fully booked, definitely hit that subscribe button below. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about how to become more confident as a photographer. I speak with photographers on a daily basis and from all over, and the common theme that I hear is just the lack of confidence that they have. You know, I hear things like, I struggle with so many doubts, my self-esteem and confidence. I struggle knowing my worth, or struggling to know that people will actually hire and pay me for photography, or struggling to put myself out there, or they ask themselves, what if I'm not good enough, or what if I fail? Have you ever felt any of this? Maybe you feel like you don't have enough experience, or maybe you feel like your work isn't good enough. Maybe you want to raise your prices or to finally start charging, but you wonder if your work is really worth it, and you wonder if people will actually pay you. Now, if any of one of those thoughts has gone through your mind, you are in the right place, because today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 tips to become more confident as a photographer and as a business owner. Tip number 1 is to examine your thought life. You see, everything that you are currently feeling and experiencing first began as a thought in your mind. It all starts in your mind. The thoughts that you think become your beliefs. Your beliefs shape your actions determine your habits, and your habits determine your future. It all starts in your mind. Or as one of my favorite proverbs says, Proverbs 23:7, as a man thinks, so he is. So the first step in becoming more confident as a photographer is to recognize the thoughts that you are already thinking. And if you find yourself thinking unhealthy, negative thoughts, this leads us to tip number 2. Tip number 2 is to make a decision to change your mindset. Make a conscious choice to stop thinking the thoughts that are full of self-doubt and fear, and replace them with positive thoughts that actually support your business and the life that you one day want to have. I personally do this by using affirmations, and I absolutely love it. It feels silly and weird, but honestly, it totally works. One of the things that I do is I actually write out my affirmations, which are just positive thoughts on 3x5 cards, and then I read them every single morning. Another thing that you might consider doing is pulling out a journal and actually physically writing down positive thoughts around whatever it is that you want. You could also listen to uplifting podcasts or trainings while you're getting ready for work or cooking dinner, which is also something that I do. The bottom line is that you're going to have to train your brain to think successfully. So what can you do today to move out of a self-destructive thought life and into one that supports your dreams and your goals? And remember, repetition is key. If you can only take 5 minutes every single morning to say your affirmations out loud or to write them down, then do that. It will have a massive impact in your business and also your personal life. So let's move on to tip number 3, which is to take small steps consistently. So this is a great step for anybody who has ever felt overwhelmed. In today's world, we have so much meaningless information thrown at us. We have to-do lists that are miles long, and it's so easy for us to get overwhelmed when we look at them that we can oftentimes give up before we even start. So instead of tackling our list, we sit on the sofa mindlessly watching TV or scrolling through Facebook or Instagram. So instead of doing all of that, I'm going to encourage you to set small daily goals for yourself. Know what you need to accomplish each day and do that one thing first. Don't procrastinate. What I personally like to do is focus on one thing every day. When I start my workday, I look at all the tasks that I have to get done, and I ask myself, what is the most valuable use of my time right now? What can I do right now that would have the biggest impact on my business? And that is where I start. I start with what's most difficult for me or what will have the most impact on my business, and then I get that out of the way, and immediately I feel instant relief and less stress, and honestly, increased confidence because I've already tackled so much already. This leads us to step number 4, which is to just do it. Life is short. We only get one shot at it. You are going to regret the things that you didn't do but wanted to more than the things that you do. I know it's so easy to worry and fret, but most of the things that we worry about never actually happen. And I know that if you have a passion for photography, that is a gift that you can use to bless others. But in order to do that, you have to act. Stop wasting time complaining about what the other hundreds of photographers are doing down the road and charging next to nothing. Stop complaining about not having any of the right clients or getting any clients. Stop complaining that none of your marketing is working and just start taking actions every single day, consistently and diligently. Marie Forleo is an awesome business coach and someone who I've been following for quite a few years now. She says something that is very applicable here. She says everything is figure outable. So understand me that you can learn any skill that you need to change your business. You just have to start. And if you don't know something, if you find yourself that you are getting stuck, then find somebody who has what you want and learn from them. And the more that you learn, the more that you apply, the greater your skills will increase and the more confidence that you will have. So stop complaining, stop procrastinating, and just start doing. And if you take tip number 4 seriously and you actually start doing the work, go ahead and expect failures, which happens to be tip number 5. But listen to me, failure is not a bad thing. Failure is not a dirty word. So let's change your perspective on failure. You don't have to do business or your life perfectly. So don't even put that pressure on yourself. Imperfect action will always get you way further than waiting for months and years on end for everything to be perfect in order to take that first step, which, by the way, perfection never comes. So you might as well just start doing. Did you know that Thomas Edison's teachers once said that he was too stupid to learn anything? He was also fired from his first few jobs for being unproductive. He also tried 1,000 unsuccessful attempts at inventing the light bulb. But when he was asked about his failures, he replied, "I didn't fail 1,000 times. The light bulb was an invention of 1,000 steps." Did you catch that? Did you see how Edison's perspective on failures spurred him toward his goal? So let's go ahead and talk about Walt Disney for a moment. Did you know that Walt Disney was actually once fired for lacking creativity? And then when he had the idea of Mickey Mouse, he was rejected by 300 bankers because they thought his idea was absolutely absurd. But Walt Disney persisted. Even in the face of many failures and letdowns, he kept going. And now, on average, 150 million people visit Disney parks every single year. So, listen to me, friends. Understand that your failures are actually steps that lead you towards success. So, there you have it. 5 tips to become more confident as a photographer and as a business owner. Now I would love to hear from you. Go ahead, let me know in the comment section below which tip you found most helpful and why. Also, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave. I'll see you later.